Welcome, friends. Good to see you for stream 2. Nice to have you, Grimmeth. Nice to have you, John Locke, Cole. We are doing a little bit of Roguary. For those that don't know what that is my attempt to beat every single roguelike that I own. Whoa. There we go. Better. We've been doing this for the start of this year, and it's been a real treat to do, I'd say. I've enjoyed this a lot. We're on the middle of Heroes of Hammerwatch 2, and we have a visitor. Here they come. Go ahead. Bud, hi. Yeah, I know. That's very sweet. We're doing Heroes of Hammerwatch 2 right now. We change games generally quite a lot. We get 3 attempts at a time. When we run out of attempts, we go on to the next game. You can lock in the next game. A lot of times we have a rotating thing on the far left there that you can see, where it shows our next game, which will change every 5 minutes, so people can like donate or sub to lock that in, or just use some channel points. You can of course add new games. Oh, buddy. But yeah, we're going through Here's a Hammerwatch 2 right now. I really adore this game. Oh, hi. Don't bite my nose. Don't bite the middle of my nose. I don't like that. That's not pleasant for me. It's very nice of you, but not nice. Oh, buddy. I know, but you're laying on the mouse. You can't lay on the mouse. And you know you can't lay on the mouse. So, no, don't hit me, buddy. He's like, well, if you move me, I'm allowed to hit. And I'm like, no, that's... You're not actually. You shouldn't. Is there anywhere that we can actually see materials? There we go. Okay, I'm like, how much money do we actually have? There we go. So this game's really neat. We are currently a warlock. And you might think like, ooh, magic caster. And kind of, but also kind of not. There's a lot of abilities that we have. Our character is actually pretty tanky. So I got some fresh raspberries and yogurt. I went outside and got them from a raspberry bush, so I'm making myself a little snack here. I'm excited. I think that we just still do the life siphon. I just like being more tanky. I might just... Agony could certainly be a thing. I mean... 10, 20, 30% damage just does seem really good. I'll try Agony this time. We've been doing the life gain, but why don't we do this? Map is explored, towers destroyed, weak defenses. So we can do all this kind of stuff. Fewer elite enemies. Yeah, we're good with what we've got. There's a million different ways to play this game, which I really enjoy. Tons of modifiers. Tons of like abilities on the characters and builds that you can go for, which is why we have a warlock that's actually kind of tanky. They feel like very paladin-esque. We've got like a bunch of abilities. I can do this massive glyph that does a ton of damage when it resolves and like applies status effects while they're in it. We have a vortex of souls that goes around us. I'm currently equipping a mace too, so we get like a little bit more stuns, since we're going to do a lot of like up close and personal attacks with things. We've got a shield to bash, which will also help stun. So we can do that there. Okay. Oh, and we have our whip, obviously, which I have already been using quite a lot. We get dashes, we have potions. It's an action RPG. Diablo-esque, I suppose. Let me move one thing around. I realized that I couldn't see chat very well. Yeah, hopefully you're all having a wonderful night. I'm excited to keep playing this game and maybe have a chance of beating it tonight. I have no idea how far in we are. Probably a ways from the end. The Hammerwatch... Here's a Hammerwatch 1. Has a lot of meta progression, and I have to imagine, I mean, like, this one you can kind of see there's a lot of, like, grindy meta currency type stuff, which may or may not be your bag. I am a little split on it with this game. I think a lot of it is really good, but they have a lot of it. Like, the level of grind that they kind of want from you in this is, I don't know, it's got its upsides and its downsides, because a lot of the game is kind of predicated on, like, doing it with friends. You can get, like, a group of 4 people together and, like, run different roles. Like, you can have your tank, your healer, like, somebody that might be able to do some traps a little bit better, like, that kind of thing. But... And that way they encourage you to, like, go in with a lot of different kinds of characters and kind of grind it out. God, that's a great item. So there's that aspect of it. And so in that way, it's nice that there's still something to just keep going for while you're playing with, like, a bunch of friends later on. But if you're doing it yourself, there's all these different classes and stuff like that, and it's a lot. There's so much to this game. There is so much game in this. So yeah, I really like playing this game solo, but I do think that it's probably designed and best played as, like, a group of 4. We're pretty tanky. Let's get some aggro. Let's get some attack. You gain evasion for the whole time. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Yeah. We just got something that was pretty offensive, so let's get something defensive. Yeah, those throwing stars are great. I like that. I don't love it because I think that our attacks aren't the fastest. Like, we're a slower, tankier, armored character. We're not really fast attacking. That Gambison seems really good as, like, part of the set. Cleansing Wooden Shield. Item level 3. This is item level 15. And rare. Well, this is regular. I'm gonna guess this one's a little better. Yeah, just a little bit. Let me in. So this is basically a skip for this boss. There's like 3 zones we'd have to go through if we just did it normally. But because we're over that level and we've beaten all those bosses, the game doesn't make you grind through all of them again and again unless you want to. Instead, it gives you this boss fight. And a whole bunch of rewards. Man. I don't know, that lightning vortex too, just keep going in on our kind of ultimate, essentially. This is the ability that I like the most. It's also our slowest and most expensive. 73 magic instead of 41. But... Okay, every time we can do 2 spells within 2 seconds, we get a bonus. I have to remember that. That's a tough one to kind of constantly set yourself up for. So how has everybody's day gone? Y'all been having a good one? I've had a pretty solid day. I had a rough one yesterday, I'll admit. So I didn't get to stream yesterday, but we did a makeup one this afternoon and I had fun. I'm excited for tomorrow where we currently still have a poll going on in the Discord for what we'll play. Codex of Power. 40 weapon power and spell power? Sick. I mean, that is a rare, so I expect it to be pretty strong, but 40 is a lot. From what I remember, that is a ton in this game. Oh god, where's the way to get out now? Did I go back the same way? Maybe I was supposed to go back the same way. Whatever. We're real tanky, we're okay. Traps later on, well, those are going to be more of a problem. Nice. I'm starting to think that we're actually over level even for this area. Symbol of Rejuvenation. Yeah, you get a big Thunderbird friend that lets you send back items. There's no reason for me to do that yet, just because, like, we just started. There's no penalty like the last one. As far as I know, they don't talk about, like, there being attacks. It just kind of shows up randomly. Like, in the other one, there were preset areas that you could send back meta progress items. But you'd also, there was like a risk-reward push-pull kind of thing with it, which I actually like a little bit more, because then you had the option to be like, yeah, I'm gonna, you know what, I think I can beat this boss, and then I don't have to spend the tax on it, and then if you were wrong, well, get hacked. And I think I like that. I like being punished for my hubris. I'm a sicko. I get punished for my hubris a lot, too, so it's good being me. I get to eat real good on hubris a lot of the time. You'd get taxed even on a win. Okay, yeah, no, that's stupid. I forgot about that. That part's not great. But I like the idea of, like, paying less tax. Like, I like a tax system for partway through kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's stupid. But I think that this is an overcorrection the other way. I keep on... There's something in here. Did we get what was in there? Like, the secret? Because that's a room that has showed up every time. It's always got a lock. Or, well, like a door that we have to open. It's the exact same layout. It's some kind of secret or puzzle, and I just don't know what. There's some real tricky shit in this game a lot of the time, or at least there was in Hammer Watch 1, so... That additional weapon speed's really nice for us. Because we have that every 4th attack we get throwing stars. Cleansing Cloak of Quickness. Take a look at that in a second. Plague Cape of Learning. 24 poison resistance, 15 weapon power, 10 weapon speed. This one gives us more spell power. Yeah, tough one. I think I like this more. I'm definitely sad to lose out on the spell power, but... I don't think the poison damage is doing us a whole lot. Yes, yes, we're taking Markham's Mace. We have to. Necessary. Because, I mean, if we just get another Markham's item, then all of a sudden our resistances go back. Like, what are our resistances right now? Because Shadow Curse is going to destroy our resistance. $161? Oh, that's not even bad. Now it's going to suck. You know, not as bad as I thought. The Markham scaling is too good. I can't throw it away. Okay, we gotta do a lot more casting. I gotta remember, Shadow Wizard Money Gang. It's not a secret? God, I cannot figure out what the secrets look like on this one. I was pretty bad about seeing them in Hammer Watch 1, but, like, I knew what they were. Like, I was able to... If I paid attention, I could tell you right away what they would always look like. On this one, I don't even know. I don't even know what to look for. There's so many things that look like little visual cracks in the walls that could be the secret that I just... No clue. Also, good God. Okay, so what is this thing? Oh, shit. There's tentacles there. Also, I got, like, jack shit out of that. What did I get there? I got nothing. Oh, there's a fucking treasure chest there. That's where it... Oh, my God. Okay, I see. Gotcha. Alright, learning traps. Learning traps by walking into them face first. I got it. Why am I not casting? Do all things pointed out to me if I'm missing them? Sure, go ahead. What am I missing? Where's this secret? Well, okay. What's going on? Oh, there is a blue... Yeah. I just haven't gone that way yet. That wasn't so much I missed something as I just hadn't really gone that direction. What I'm missing is a feeling of childlike whimsy. Listen, we all get older and things happen, okay? I don't want to be cynical. Goddamn, get my ass. I'll admit, it's been hard sometimes to maintain a childlike whimsy in our modern times. I was a little later for the second stream because I needed a moment to, like, take a deep breath from social media stuff that I saw that was like, ooh. What is Bishop's Blessed Bread? Less Shadow Curse, plus 20% damage against undead. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'm getting better at this one. Ooh, okay. I was also missing Brian Mulrooney over and over. Our assassination attempt on Brian Mulrooney just wasn't working. Also, it's a little embarrassing that you remembered that Brian Mulrooney died as an American when I didn't. I was like, oh yeah, he is dead, isn't he? That's pretty recent. Congratulations on out-Canadianing me. That was pretty good. You went and looked it up, actually. Oh. So much for taking your victory. Closed circuit, 5 lightning damage to weapons. Weapon hits gain a 10% chance to conjure bolt of lightning. I'm kind of on I've got a lot of Shadow Curse. But then it does also mean that Bent Knife is really rad. God, I don't think another 23 is a great idea. It's tempting. There are going to be a bunch of ways to lower it by like 8 apiece. Okay, let me just... One second. 120. I did get more. We're so close to the Markham's stuff, and if we get all the Markham's things, I'm just not going to care, because then we start getting armor and resistance for each trinket. So, like, who cares about the Shadow Curse? I'm doing it. Oh, shit. Let's not just stand there. We are going to take some bad hits from enemies right now. I'm definitely glass cannon. I'll go with that one. My thought process was the stacks of bleed are probably best against like bosses and elites. But this one will also do work there, and it'll still help us deal with like large groups of enemies. So it does a bit of both. How accurate is that? I don't know. But kind of what I thought. Also, we are chunking things. That bent knife. Like I said, we have glass cannoned the hell out of ourselves. Yeah, we are. We're a walking disaster. Even more than normal. I'm used to being a disaster, but this is different. Brian Mulrooney better watch out. Nope. Oh, we're doing so much better than we did on our last attempts. Yeah, that was a lot smoother. Hey, Major, Major, Major. Good to see you. Hope you have a lot of fun in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada on your upcoming vacation. I have been to every province in Canada, although none of the territories. And I will say, all the territories are so north. But I will say, I do think that Victoria is the most beautiful place I've been. It might... Thinking about, like, I have been across almost the entirety of the US and now, like, France and Spain recently, which, boy, that was incredible. I think I might still like Victoria the most. I want so desperately to live there, but, well, having a business that's rooted here makes it hard to rip up all my roots and leave, because, yeah, probably won't make any money for a little while, which seems tough. Or, like, not as much money, for sure. Already finding that out this year with just less weddings this year for some reason. It's not been too bad, but it's definitely less. Huh. 31, 13 lightning. Yeah, so 79 damage, plus 30% cherry chance, and 10% armor penetration. Oh god, we're so much fast. No, that we want this. We want this right now. Look at how much faster we can throw out those stars and things now. And we also have the one that, like, as we hit things, we throw out the cleansing fire or whatever. You were looking at potentially going to the Yukon for a weekend during winter break, but didn't realize just how big BC and the Yukon are. Canada big. Canada big. Saying that you're gonna, like, if you live in BC that's just south of the Yukon and saying, like, you know what, I'm just gonna, like, drive to the Yukon is kind of like living in, like, oh god, I'm trying to think, like, New York and saying, you know what, I'm just gonna drive to, like, North Florida. And it's like, I mean, it's definitely doable, but it's not... It's a lot. Five-hour drive across the state. Yep. Yeah, here in Alberta, like, I'm in southern Alberta, and it's funny because I think of, like, the last big city in my province is about 5.5 hours north of me drive. And you always think, like, oh, well, that's, like, northern Alberta. That's not halfway through. Canada big. Like, bigger than the US. And also, instead of 50 states, it's, you know, 13 things kind of thing. Like, it's not a lot. A lot of yes, a lot of Canada is exceptionally empty. Absolutely. It's very much like China, too. China has a lot of mountains, so most of the population is near the coast. In Canada, it's like 80-some% of all the population is within like 100 kilometers of the US border. Nothing here, huh? Yes, also that's the thing, is that like Toronto and Montreal and like that whole corridor, which is a lot of the population of Canada, like a huge portion, is in that little dip that actually goes below the general border of the US that's like a straight line. And Toronto is actually like equivalent with North California. So like everybody talks about how bad Canadian winters are, and that's true in somewhere like Winnipeg or even where I am a little bit, but a lot of Canada is actually like way more south than people realize. Although there is an interesting idea that's not like that's not really correct about Northern Canada either, which we were talking about earlier because we were playing for Das Cider, Shadow President, it's called. Oh, fuck, I see. Dick move. And it talks about, like, oh, well, most of Canada is, like, for the northern regions, is unpopulated because of how cold it is. And it's like, no, that's not really the reason. Like, yeah, it's fucking cold, but people live in colder climates. Like, you can definitely have people up in some of those cold areas. A lot of the problem is the Canadian Shield, which is just that most of northern Canada, like a lot of northern Canada, is just rock. Like, and I mean like rock. It's unusable because you can't grow anything, nothing grows there. It's just exposed fucking rock. And again, like, some of the oldest and hardest rock in the world. So there's not a lot of, like, trees. There's not a lot to build on. You can't really grow anything. So, like, what are you gonna do with it? You can't build stuff. Because it's like, you can't even... It's... Like, you can't even put down, like, a basement and stuff and be able to actually, like, put a foundation in. Because it's fucking rock. Like, again, really hard rock. There's not a lot of infrastructure and stuff that you can do, and there's not a lot of worth to doing it. It's perfect for nuclear waste storage. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's, a lot of it is mines. Like, Ontario is a lot of, like a lot of it is in, around Ontario and Quebec. So you know how, like, there's Hudson's Bay, which is like that little kind of circular bite out of the top of Canada, and you have like Northwest Territories up here, and then it's Ontario and Quebec, and it's kind of encircled a little bit, and there's almost like a hole. Like all around that is a lot of the, that's like, kind of the worst of it, from my understanding. And so in a lot of Ontario, you have, like, a lot of, like, nickel mines and stuff like that. Like, I remember going as a kid across Canada on, like, a trip with my parents, and we stopped in, like, Sudbury, Ontario, which has a giant nickel in front of it, because they mined all the nickel from there. You're honestly shooting for absurdity there, huh? I mean, I'm just guessing. Like, I don't know, but I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised, because, like, yeah, it is. It's just, it's desolate. It's just desolate. That's interesting because of our new attack speed, but it's not going to be useful against bosses because it's another different enemy. There's some, like, group bosses, but I think that we just want a little bit of that sustain, especially because I've taken so much Shadow Curse. Our resistance kind of sucks. Our resistance to armor, we've taken a ton of damage. I imagine for the idea of, like, nuclear waste storage kind of thing, if you were, like, I don't know if they need to have it in, like, hard rock. I know that the idea of carbon capture and storage, which is just stupid, a bad idea. You would need to have, like, really hard rock layers to, like, kind of keep carbon trapped in the layers. So I could see how that would be useful for that kind of thing, too. But then you have... I've got to imagine it would be like a double-edged sword for, like, a dangerous waste disposal kind of thing, where it's like, okay, yeah, it's like somewhere that you can bury it in rock layers that are, like, really hard rock layers, where there's not a lot of growth anyway. And so it'll mostly keep it contained. But then the problem is also, okay, it's a bunch of really hard rock layers. How do you fucking get it in there? Yeah. Let's just wait just half a second. Oh, come on. Jerks. At least we dropped that zeal. That was really good. Oh, come on. I see. Ow. Fire assaults. 5 fire damage and weapon hits gain 25% chance to discharge a gout of flames. So we now have 2 different, like, rare on hits like that. Fire assaults and closed circuit. I'm really glad we found this extra weapon speed dagger. Well, the more rocky and more desolate a place is, the more unlikely you are to encounter a bear, I would say. But yeah, bears are a real thing, for sure. I know, because I'm about to go backcountry camping again. I haven't been able to go in quite a while because of all my hand injuries. I went and bought all that camping gear like 3 years ago and finally started going out like backcountry by myself kind of stuff. And then I immediately like broke my hands for 2 years in a row and couldn't go. So I'm finally recovered enough that like my hand's it's not 100%. I don't think either hand will ever be 100% again. But I can go camp again. It's good enough that I can go. Even pushed. I mean, yes, I suppose that if you did encounter a bear there, that it would probably be a desperate starving bear, which is the worst bear to encounter. You're not wrong. Yo, Sergeant Nispel. Thank you for that resub. Let's add a 4th attempt. Wowzer, wow. Is that really quiet for anyone else? Why did it get so quiet on that? Weird. Straight north. That was pretty dang quiet. Okay. You know, I'm gonna do this. Give me one quick second. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Audio's weird. It's hell. It's hell. Wow, sorry, I have a lot of these. I'm trying to get the same... There we go. Let's send a test alert.
As you can see, he's having too much fun. And my own soul.
Oh, wow, they're watching. That seems better.
To explore the Earth, born too early to explore space, born just in time to spam memes.
That seems good. If anything, it might be a little loud, but that was at least audible. Oh, is it still really, really quiet? I can up it more. Give me one more second.
Well, as you can see, he's having too much fun. And my own soul.
There we go. That's better.
Billion_ just subscribed. Born too late to
Well, thank you, Sergeant Nispel.
Born too early to explore space.
You get 3
Just in time
alerts.
to spam memes.
And my undying respect. It means a lot that people are helping out the channel by giving in those subs. Like, I'm doing fine monetarily in a lot of ways when I really think about it, but it's like one of those years where it's one of those first times that things have just not been going that well. Like, I've had a lot of bills, and as everybody knows, like, everything is just more expensive and kind of worse. Had a little less work this year. Just like lots of little things that we're still fine, but it just feels bad, right? It's weird being freelance because you feel that deep in your bones all the time. There's always that like ghost behind you that's like, what if this is the year you don't make enough money? And then like we are, but it's always just like little demons sitting there. Trying to move stuff out of the way of the cat, and you make me knock it over instead. You're so funny. Yeah, you feel like you have to just constantly be, like, on edge or you're dead. So getting subs really helps. It means a lot. And I also have been, like, I needed to get some, I was like, oh, I can't really afford it. But I went and put it on my credit card anyway because I'm going camping and I'm doing solo backpacking in backwoods. And so I'm like, okay, I need a GPS responder so that I can hit an SOS alert. Like, it's very stupid the other way. It's dumb. It's dumb. I need to be better. So I was better about that. This is very counter to what we want in a way, because the Shadow Curse is going to negate a lot of that. But also, there's gonna be some cleansing things soon, and we have the, like, gainless Shadow Curse, and then look at how much damage we do if we get even more Shadow Curse, because we've got all the, like, cursed weapon type stuff. It's great! The big thing that I really need is that we just need the Markham's. If we get one more Markham's item, then we get, like, all the resistances and armor from that, and that'll negate most of the Shadow Curse immediately. Oh, cat. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Ugh. I am not seeing the pattern well here. Carnage Plated Gauntlets of Sundering. Hell of a name. Nope. It's okay. We're good. Well, like, we take a lot of damage, but boy, do we dish it out, too. If we can just survive a little bit of being kind of weak like this, I think that we just get a massive power spike if we can get some cleanses or, really, again, that Markham's item. That's the big... If we can hit a third Markham's, I'm gonna feel pretty unstoppable, I think. Still so much of this floor to go through. Oh, we missed something way over there, too. Huh. Wow. Yeah, we melt stuff. My god. We're actually not doing, like, taking that much damage either. I'm wondering if it's just because, like... We're not taking as much damage as I thought we would. I think it might be because of the essence stealing that we've got. Ooh, a chance to gain stacks of essence. When we're gaining essence, we get, like, percentage healing back. So that might not be a bad idea. I think I'll still do the projectiles, though. More damage. Man, now I'm just... after major mentioned going to Victoria, now I'm just like, man, I want to go back to Victoria. I love the ocean, and it's just such an amazing place. One of my absolute favorites. There's a ton of really good, like, city life type stuff, and it has, like, some of the most amazing wilderness at the same time. It's like a perfect blend. Like, you want to go to mountains and ski? It's got some of the best skiing in the world. You want to go on, like, the oceans? It's got some of the, like, some absolutely incredible beaches. You want to, like, you know, go camping out in the wilderness and forests? It's got that. Like, you want to go and get, like, a really cool concert or something? Like, you're right next to Vancouver. Everything's great. You're more of a mountain than ocean kind of guy. It's got both. It has the West Coast Trail is right around there. Like, it's tropical. It's a weird little microclimate, and it's like, or not it's rainforest is what I mean, sorry. Like, it's a rainforest, and it's got a lot of mountains and stuff in there. You can get to both really easily from Victoria. Like, look up the West Coast Trail, because it's around there, and it's amazing if you're talking about, like, mountain kind of forest areas. It's super cool. Scroll of Meteor. What is that one? You need trees around to feel at home. Yeah, there's none around where I am. Okay, so if we spend a bunch of magic... We get it. Boss time! These are some easy boys, I think. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this is gonna be easy. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, no, we actually melted that. Holy shit, I did not realize. Dang. Hmm. So this is actually a little less damage. Oh, but it can jump between enemies. That's the advantage here. Okay. You know, it's kind of cooking. I think that this one, the Dirk is still even faster though, right? Yeah, a little bit. Does give us the parry chance too. I'm gonna go with this still. It's close. It's really close. But yeah, no, the West Coast Trail and stuff is all, it's all rainforest around there. Honestly, I want to hike the West Coast Trail in a way, but I'm afraid of heights. And it is a lot of really terrifying heights. But yeah, like, this is a lot of the West Coast Trail type stuff. I should just show it. But yeah, you have a lot of, like, these ladders up through the forest, up into the mountains. And, I've seen some of them that get real terrifying. They get wild. But yeah, you can see what I mean. Like, it's ocean and mountain. It is both. So, like... yeah, like, there's more West Coast Trail. It looks... It's cool. That's your kind of place. The forest I really like. Some of the ladders are like... here, I'll show you what some of the ladders are like, though, because, like, I don't think I could do these ladders. Like, that's, I don't know, man. Like, that one, sure, whatever, that's fine. But, like, you show me that, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna stay in here. I like the forest down here, actually. It's nice. And there's a lot of those spots there. Some real scary ladders. But yeah, that's a trail that, like, I think you can hike it for, like, a week or something. Like, it's... It's a heck of a thing. Yeah, there's... Oh, okay. I just actually saw Parks Canada has a thing of West Coast Trail Hike of a Lifetime. And the first thing it says is hikers must climb over 100 ladder systems with heavy packs, trek through deep mud, cross fast-flowing rivers, and face rough West Coast weather. It's not for the faint of heart. But yeah, there's more than 100 of those ladders. So you have to go up and down them over, like, it's a multi-day hike kind of thing. Like I said, I think that it takes like a week or something if you want to do all of it. And a lot of people don't hike the whole thing because it's a lot. Kind of like the Appalachian Trail type stuff. Where, like, if you want to hike the whole Appalachian Trail, you can do it. It'll take you 6 months, but you can do it. So, I mean, in that way, like, Appalachians are much more intense. Although I think that it's a much easier hike in general. The Appalachians are not the heights that the Rockies are. It's a much older mountain system. So they're really ground down by time. Let's get the life leech. Yeah, it's one of the things that really sucks. I have weird problems. I am, like, John Locke was talking about the bears and being afraid of bears and not, like, wanting to encounter a bear. And I don't want to encounter a bear, but I'm not, like, afraid of bears in that way. Like, I respect them. I'm very careful about wildlife and, you know, cognizant of the dangers that they pose, which are significant if you run into them. But I don't know, I take precautions. I'm okay. And I love, like, the backpacking, like, deep in the wilderness. I'm good with that. But I have a horrible phobia of highway driving, which you kind of need to do to get to most of the camping spots anywhere. And I also have a really, really bad fear of heights. Which, again, hey, a lot of hiking is mountains. So it's kind of... I have weird problems that cause me to have to look for very specific spots to do it in. Everyone around here wants to, like, summit a mountain when they go out backpacking because we have a lot of really gorgeous mountains, but they're also really, really intense because it's not like most other places with mountains even. I mean, there are other mountain ranges that certainly have those heights, if not greater ones, but the Rockies are very, they're often very steep, very intensely graded kind of mountains type thing. Yeah, the sustain we get in that circle is really good. You have a normal amount of caution towards bears, to wit. You'd much rather have many other humans around if you encounter one. Even better if there's houses or cars to go and be in for a bit. Yep. No, that's fair. See, and I have a normal, I have a normal, healthy, respect of cars. In that I am way more likely to die in a horrible car accident because of some asshole driver on the highway. Oh, shit. than I am, ooh, I got bumped real bad by somebody. Than I am of encountering and getting killed by a bear. So... we each have our reasons that are very valid. What about Cone Cane Bear? I hope he's got enough for the class, is all I'll say. You're fine with highway driving, you hate city driving? I'm not a fan of driving in general. I don't mind city driving, though. A lot of it is honestly, like, the speed. Come on, there we go. A little better. Yeah, if you're not at war kind of thing, then most likely thing to kill you is a car, basically. Yep, yeah. I know it. I know it intensely. My brain tells me about it all the time while I'm on the highway in a motor vehicle. Hey, did you notice that I have to, like, do weddings all the time? And I live in a, like, kind of rural area. We do a lot of highway driving, like... last weekend, we drove... like... 12 hours on the highways? Something like that. Something stupid. My poor wife, she's been out, like... every day on, like, a 2-hour drive kind of thing. Each direction for a photo shoot. She has been putting in hours. Everybody wants to, like, propose this year in the mountains. And the mountains are like an hour and a half, 2 hours away kind of thing, so... gotta go out and do that. Yeah, once you hit 45, the killer turns to, like, cancer and heart disease and things, sure. But, like... I can't do anything about that. I can easily just not get in a car. Man, I just want one more Markham thing. Is that so much to ask? Especially since we have the mace. Attack power per trinket's so good. Deal a lot of damage. Some of these rooms I feel like there's something that we don't know about what to do with them. Like, Just stepped into this grand hall, huh? Alright, gotta rescue my friends. You leave my guys alone. Oh, right, it's you and your allies that get the bonus from the circle, too. I forgot about that. I guess I can help sustain them by doing that. Oh my god, and it's even the Markham's Wand? So I get both spell power and attack power for each item? That's so sick. And look at that, our resistances are back over 100. Even with... We have a lot of Shadow Curse. Like, we have so much that Shadow Curse. 105 is what it's being reduced by. Dang, thanks, bud. Nope. Fuck. No! I hit... I hit the potion button, but I was half a second too late. Dang. That was a bad death. That was a really bad death. Very avoidable. I think I want to use that, though. 62. Dang, that is a lot of int that you need. We can upgrade some things now. Yep. We got a couple levels. Like, that's the thing. We're always making progress. See you later, Sponge. I think I'm doing another. I think. Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing another. It's only 11 for me. I know it's late for you, but thanks. So much more, so much for more Markhams. Yeah, I'm mad at myself. Do that. It's 75. We only have 38. Oof. Okay. I also get some enchants. I honestly don't think that that's that important. The pickups really don't matter all that much. I don't know, I guess. I haven't found the pickups to be super important anyway. Yeah, I can't do any more upgrades to the armor. I think we'll just go. So run it back. Although, wait, there was the enchanter that I didn't check out. It's Mystic. This is the enchanter? Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah, now I can put an extra thing on it. I see. So I can change cleansing to fiery? Okay, so it gives fire resistance instead. Yeah. We'll just leave it. Alright, we'll go with that. Yeah, the way that lightning bounces is kind of sweet. I'm liking this wand. Kind of funny that we're like tank wizard. It's a neat class for sure. I cast 50 caliber high explosive. Little tank wizard. Hunter's Traveler Ration. If you were a wizard going into danger, you'd learn all the spells that made you not get hurt by things. Yeah, I won't disagree. Sure. our max dex is still only 10? Okay, I get the feeling this, like, harvester is not actually that good. Oh, you know what? Right, that's not even gonna count, is it? It has to be melee. So, like, as cool as that wand is, that's actually really bad for us. We want to be doing something like this. Or just the mace again. I might just go back to the mace. Till we have, like... we have a skill that gives us, like, more mace damage. So until we have something that cares about that attack speed, I don't think we should change it. I'm not sure how we were getting stacks of it at all with that wand. What did we have that was counting as a melee skill then? Huh. I'm wondering if maybe the harvest thing that we have, like the little soul balls or whatever that come off of enemies, when we hit them and like have the chance to explode and stuff. I wonder. And yeah, the whole, like, wizards can't throw hands thing is so weird. And the reason why I say that's weird is, like... It's always so strange how... Like, so much of... the, fantasy-type... like, games and literature and everything... to, like, Lord of the Rings, right? At least in English language fiction. Like, it's so unbelievably influential. Like, everything feels like a spin on it in some way. Gandalf carries a goddamn longsword. He goes, you know, he's going around and, like, getting in the thick of it. Either a spin-off or a direct rejection of. Yeah, exactly. Sure. Okay, our skill does not go through that bush. Good to know. Well, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense that Gandalf used the sword. I'm saying that it's weird that for all of the influence that Lord of the Rings has over all of, like, fantasy literature and video games and, like, just art in general or whatever since it came out, that, like, one of the few things that absolutely did not stick in any way is that, like, wizards are all weenies. Wizards can't fight with, like, weapons and stuff. Are you kidding? Wizards don't do that. It's like, man, that's like one of the things wizards all do in that. It's kind of heavily implied that Sauron can throw hands, like... Yeah, I like that Gandalf has a sword. Exactly. Yes, no, yeah. It's a balance thing for a lot of games. But if... It's not just games, though. Like, books do the same thing. But also, yeah, like, I think there's ways to balance it. Like, spell sword type stuff still works. And that's kind of what we're doing here. I guess. Sorry, I, like, really messed my hand up the other day. I friction burned 3 different spots on this hand real bad. I'd show it, but I do know, I've remembered a long, long time ago, I still remember a streamer who was like, whoa, I, like, cut my hand and went like this and got insta-banned. It's like, can't show gore. And it's not gore, but I just, like, I have, like, a big chunk of skin missing. Man, I don't love any of these, I don't think. I guess I'll do the fire damage. Okay, that's pretty good. That's really nice. I like the extra recovery. Ooh, okay. 3 out of 4 is good. Yeah, Conan definitely has, like, some magic users that are willing to throw hands. Absolutely. I also really like, in the, like... I haven't read the manga or light novel. I think it's a light novel. But, like, the anime of Frieren, there's, like, this old wizard guy named Denkin. And at one point, he runs out of magic. And he's like... And there's other people there that have run out of magic. And they've got to, like, beat them. And he goes, you know what? Come on, let's just go. And they're like, what? And he's like... Like, tell me you haven't fucking thrown hands, and just, like, rips off his cloak and just starts boxing with all of them. And he's, like, 70, it's great. He's like, fuck this, I'm just gonna throw hands then. Like, what, you want me to just lay down? I'm not gonna lay down, like... I really liked that, as... His character is great. Oh, buddy. Don't roll on the keyboard. Yeah, there's a really great moment where it's just like, well, like, I'm not gonna curl up in a corner and die just because I'm out, like... Time to fucking go. And it's great because he is, like, very much the traditional, like, old wizened kind of dude. Yeah, yeah, Full Metal Alchemist kind of does that too. Sure. Whatever. I don't think I walked away from a breakable wall. I think there's some absolutely wild fake outs. Do you mean this one? Because, yeah. There's, like, tons and tons and tons of these that are just, like, it was down south. Oh. I don't see one. Because it will show up on the map here. Hey, Toon, good to see you. Oh, I'm just, like, not looking. Oh, there is one there. You're right. You're right. Good call. There are some pretty wild fake outs on this floor, though, for walls that look very broken and are not. Like, that looks broken. That looks broken. No? Okay. God dang. Good call, though. I definitely missed that. Okay, we want to find stuff that gives us extra fire damage now, for sure. God, when we go back to Hammer Watch 1 and I don't have a dash anymore, I'm gonna have a hard time. The dash was a very good... Or did it have dashes? I feel like it didn't. I feel like it didn't. There's a lot of things this one adds. It is less damage, but I'm just kind of interested. Pretty sure we did the whole floor. Sure looks like it. Definitely makes more sense for staff these. Better stats by a lot. but that is interesting. If we can level that axe up. Maybe I want to do like a big axe guy for this character. Wait, did we just get... Yeah, wow, we just got every scavenger tool. So that's just all meta progress stuff, but that's kind of rad. And we can definitely use some meta progress. I feel like I very unfortunately, I'm not making a ton of extra progress yet. We haven't beaten, like, a new boss or something. I keep screwing up around the same level. And we're getting to some tough spots, for sure. Right, every dash is a lightning bolt. That was that Thunderbird talisman we got. I always miss those boxes like that. Wait, we died? Yeah, I zigged when I should have zagged. I was... no one can see it, but I really felt like I had hit the potion button in time, but apparently I did not. Old person fingies. Interesting. We're fairly high levels, so that seems like it's pretty good. We're like level 20 or something. Probably close to that. We started the night at 17, and we've definitely gained a few inside of these. Rings of Resistance. We do already have one of those, which is pretty nice. I feel like we definitely need a Ring of Resistance. And the real question is, do I want, like, more experience? Do I want to try and go for the gemstones? Because, like, plus percentage to all resistances after the resistance ring is probably amazing. If we can get all the way there. Ooh, also plus 5% to fire penetration when we grabbed, like, both spontaneous combustion, so that we deal fire damage when we're casting spells in our aura. And also we have fire damage on our, like, main whip magic. That seems pretty rad. And, like, the extra cast speed is really cool, but I think I'll go with the topaz. We cast spells. We like casting spells, but we're not, like, spamming them so much that the cooldowns are wildly important. We're very jack of all trades, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm so good I dodged that trap while I was in the map. It was not a pure luck thing walking through there, and I just didn't even notice that it was a trap and never got hit. That'd be stupid, and I'm not stupid. Hi, buddy! We got the boy. I mean, I got all this fire penetration and stuff. What if I'm just the fire warlock guy? Hi. Aw, thank you. We have the boy. Beware. Hi, bud.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, what do you see?
The boy.
Oh, what a good kitty. Yeah. Oh. And actually, with him coming up here and us taking a quick moment to pet him, I'm really thirsty and I don't think I've had enough water today. I don't have my water near here, so I'm gonna go and get a glass of water. It's good to stay hydrated. And we'll be right back with a little bit more Heroes of Hammer Watch 2 as we try and clear this one up. I'll see you in just a minute. Yeah, everyone go get hydrated. Go do your thing. And we're back. Water turned into... What if I also just, like... grabbed some raw cashews? What if we just raw dogged some cashews? Huh. That does seem pretty good. What if it's just plus 52 Shadow Curse? How bad could that be? Oh. Oh yeah, okay. I'm looking at that ring of, that greater ring of resistance. Like, come on, it can't be... Oh, oh. Yeah, okay, that's a bit of a problem. Well, we should hit like a truck. We are also unfortunately a truck with like a busted axle. Oh boy. Well, we'll melt this thing, but I also have a lot of negative resistance. What's even our armor at? Oh no. Oh no. I feel like having negative 15 armor is probably not great. God, look at the damage though. Holy shit. I just realized, oh my god, that is so much damage. Wow, the damage we have is absolutely fucked. Oh my god. Dang. Yeah. Chilling Battle Axe of Stunning. Ooh, that one seems really good, actually. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. God, we just can't get hit though, yeah? If we get hit a lot, we're... or at all... But also, we just melt things. We're doing an absurd amount of damage compared to before. Thank God that's a blueprint and not actually just lowering our health now, because I don't think we want to lose 10% health. With how low our resistances and armor and stuff is, I think that negative health would also be just a nail in our coffin. Oof. Ow. Like, one whip is enough to take out most enemies, though, which is... just wildly good. Ooh. Okay, let's stop being dumb and I'll pop a potion. There, better. I was being a little too risky with that, I think. I was following the don't get hit principle to its logical conclusion. But I think its logical conclusion is my death. So I pulled back a little bit. We got some of that fire bonus stuff, but... I like that vortex too much. It's really good. I really thought I was out of the AoE for that. Hey guys, you don't need me to talk to you. Just come down here and fight with me. I don't just shake your hand. You can hear me. Whoa. Ow. I do wish that we had like a straight healing spell. We have a lot of sustain kind of stuff, but not really like... Well, that's gonna be a long ways before we get... Fucking... Whatever, it's fine. It's fine, we're okay. It's gonna be a long ways until we can get all the Markham stuff that we would need to actually get back our resistance and armor, but it's something. Did all of that. Just need to go to the south. I wonder what the final boss of this game is. In Hammerwatch 1 it was a dragon. I have no idea with this one. I'm also kind of curious. I wonder if they plan to do any DLC for this game. There was, what, 2 or 3 DLC for the first one. I feel like this game did not catch on in the same way the first one did. I don't think the first one was a huge hit, but makes me a little sad because I would definitely buy a DLC for this game. I see. They're actually reading one later this month. Well, thank you so much, Grums Makarov. Dang. So if we don't beat this in time, maybe we'll add the DLC. And if we do beat it in time, maybe it'll get re-added, and then we'll have to do the DLC stuff. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it, because I was a little sad. I know that not Heroes of Hammerwatch 2, but just Hammerwatch 2 was not well received. So I was a little worried about the dev. No, great. Thank you. I do still have some potion uses. I no longer have any friends, though. Unfortunate. think we should find a fountain on this floor too. It'll be nice for our potions. It's starting to get pretty low. If only we can find the other, like, ring of resistance. Because I need something like that pretty bad. The negative 15 armor is so bad. Way too much shadow curse. I need that sustain. I need it bad. God, I'm so glad to hear that there's going to be some DLC stuff for this. Even just because I want to see what this dev does in the future. I've really liked the games that I've played from them. I enjoy their work. Okay, we found some good news. There is a way to cleanse some shadow curse down there. And yeah, currently we have a lot of weapon damage. Yeah, Decaying Hand is 198 weapon damage because of our Shadow Curse. But I think that not dying probably trumps doing a lot of damage. So I guess we'll go fix that up a little bit. God, wow! That huge jump down. Just lost 120 points of damage. But we are back up 84. We also gained 100 armor. That seems good. Yeah, wow, I'm just not dying to things anymore in the same way. That's kind of nice. I gotta say, I'm enjoying this whole new not dying thing. It does suck that the not dying extends to my enemies a little more too, but we can do a couple extra swings. It's fine. DLC 1 is described in the runner as new class, survival scenarios, new equipment types, and more. Ooh. The first free update is pets. Neat. Although I will say, I always feel a little bad when there's like free updates. 'Cause I'm like, man, you don't need to do that. You should get paid for your work. That leech life on the glyph is so good. DLC 2 is supposed to be additional pets. I mean, we'll see. I will try and get them at some point in the future when they come out. I won't necessarily buy them, like, instantly, because I'm sure there's lots of games that I spend money on, but maybe. I mean, we'll see. Kind of see where the stream is at the time. The problem is as much as I love this game, and, like, Here's a Hammer Watch 1 also, they're not, like, real popular stream games. They're not necessarily what people want to see. And that's fair. I try not to, like... I try and balance out that kind of thing with our channel. I mean, if I really, really wanted to just stream things that people wanted to watch me for, I'd have still been playing Magic the Gathering, because that's where we made our partner and everything, right? Like, that's what I was known for. But also, if nobody wants to watch it, that's not, like... I'm not doing anybody any favors by just playing a game that people don't want to see either. Oh, that's a dexterity one. Yeah, we are not using that ever. Oh, fuck, there was a statue and stuff back there. Shoot. A little too fast. You love them personally. Sure. I mean, there's a reason I'm playing them. I'm not saying that I won't. It's just... I might not buy it immediately and stream it a whole bunch, right? Like... its priority might fall based on how much people actually want me to play it. It'll certainly be in my purchase queue at some point, because I like this game a lot. Should put the original Hammer Watch on the sub-poll. Because, yeah, that one's just a strict RPG, right? Like, it's this style, but it's not run-based. It's like a story-driven kind of thing, is my understanding. I've always been interested in that. It's this style with a fixed map. Yeah, exactly. Okay, boss time. And now we have armor, so we might live. Although I'm gonna do so much less damage. We lost, like, God, a third of our damage almost, kind of thing. Like, God. Oh, our sustain is huge in that circle. Like, if we pop that glyph, our sustain gets pretty nasty. Okay, let's just be real careful. Oh, come on. I will be extra careful. I'm being bad. I'm just face tanking stuff because we've been doing so well, but I shouldn't be doing that. Ghostly Crypt. So we get like a map to do a new like side quest thing. Okay. Whereas the Gauntlet inspiration's a lot more opening. Yeah, that's fair. Ow. Oh, that life gain on that. Woo. Good stuff. Okay, so I feel like we've beaten this floor's boss at least once before. Let's see if we can do it again. Big circles. The Happy Hydra. Huh. No, there was an anniversary edition released with Hammerwatch 2. Huh. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that. I just remember seeing... I almost avoided this for a minute because I saw that, like... there was a lot of really negative reviews about a Hammerwatch 2. God, why am I so bad at this one? And then I realized that it was Hammerwatch 2, not Heroes of Hammerwatch 2. I'm not very happy to get more Shadow Curse back. Although, our damage goes back up, so that's cool, I guess. I do still have actual armor again this time, so there's that too. We still don't have a single Markham's item either, so like, us getting a whole lot of resistance and armor from that is low. Like, odds of us getting that. God, I'm so mad that I threw away that last run where we had the 3 really rare Markham's pieces too. Oh no, we did have one, okay. Still, 2 more is a fair ask. Yeah, Hammerwatch 2 had issues. Something like the publishers weren't allowing the devs to actually push updates to the games. The bugs just stayed. Yes! Yeah, I remember hearing about that. That, like, there were issues with the publisher, and they were like, God, we'll never do that again. I remember hearing about that now. That it did seem like it was less on the devs than you'd think. They, like, got a new publisher for it, and they had a real nightmare of a time. Yeah, it's easy to think of Bio Prototype when you think about that. That was such a tragic little story for a while. I'm so glad they got it resolved. I can't imagine how frustrating that must have been. Bio Prototype got pulled from Steam, and a bunch of other games too, like everybody that had to deal with that publisher, because the publisher was like faking reviews or something. And the devs were like, we didn't know this, like what the fuck, why would our publisher do this? Our game was good. And like, yeah, I mean, Bio Prototype is amazing. It's such a cool game, and they like ended up getting like super harshly punished for something that was totally out of their control. Yeah, their publisher just did some real fuckery for no reason. A real awful problem. Yeah, that one's still really strange, because, like, what purpose could they have possibly thought they were getting out of that? I mean, sometimes people think they can get away with that shit, but, oh. Just murdered their company, and murdered, like, a ton of small devs that were working with them. Because then, of course, there was, like, this whole stink where, like, there was a bunch of reviews where they're like, oh, this, like, people were going in and giving reviews and being like, oh, this dev does this, and they're like, we don't! We really don't! Like, we don't need to! And they didn't! Their game is fantastic! Like, Bio Prototype is a really cool concept game. I'm glad they managed to, like, they got it back on Steam, like, they worked it out with Valve and were like, listen, like, got a new publisher, got it put back on Steam. And I think it has, like, it has a lot of really good reviews again, thankfully. Oh! I might not want to go in there. Holy shit. Am I wrong, or did that lightning just absolutely wreck me? I didn't really realize that was there, but... Oh, God, I don't know. I'm on that gold chest, but... Oh boy. That is scary. That was a lot of damage. That stove is hot. Let's go touch it. Oh, right, okay. I see. That wasn't worth it. Well, somehow managed to live. Whew, that got real scary. Mm. 10% health, 10% physical damage. Let's go with this. Everything except Hammerwatch 2 and the 10th anniversary are with Team 17. Those two are with Maximum Entertainment, who've ever was not heard of. Weird. They must have thought they were getting a good deal and then afterwards went, shit. They must have gotten offered real good terms, but also... Oh, hello? Hello? Why am I not casting that? There we go. Why didn't it do that earlier? I was hitting it. I wouldn't think that we were on cooldown. I mean, I didn't look, but... Hiya. Yeah, like they didn't love... I mean, I imagine they didn't like super love Team 17, or they probably wouldn't have tried to switch, but also they obviously like you said, almost got rug pulled. Good to see you, Bretta Quay. I think I switched back. I think I'd rather have the disarm. Just helps with our tankiness, which I feel like we really need right now. Speaking of helping with tankiness, let's go with the evasion on this. Who published them fighting herds? It was that was Maximum Entertainment? I remember... God. What happened with the end of them's fighting herds? I remember a bit about that. Why, that's... Like, that's the My Little Pony fighting game. But I remember there was some fuckery, but I don't remember what the fuckery was. Oh, fuck. Owie. Owie. We're okay. It's all good. I need more potions. Oh boy. Also, do we want to try this again? That's useful. Damn. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, like, yeah. Because I remember people loved them fighting herds when it came out, and then there was something that happened. And I suppose that, oh, well, they broke the game and then just didn't fix it. Yeah, it's some fuckery. Yeah, unanimous ban from the community fuckery. It was the Meta Knight of Smash Bros. Brawl? That was Brawl, right? Where like Meta Knight just got banned from like all competitive scenes. I wasn't a big Smash person or anything. Like, I'm not a real fighting game aficionado by any means, but I always am interested in it. And I do remember seeing at one point that, like, before Meta Knight got banned everywhere, I was like, oh, I wonder why Meta Knight got banned. Like, I just happened to hear it. And I looked and I was like, it had like a 90% win rate or something ridiculous. It was very stupid. MK wasn't banned? No, he was. It might have been in like team play or something. I think that he did get banned, definitely. I'm pretty sure that it was in. I think it might have been in like. Maybe not. I thought that it was at one point. They did something about that. Oh yeah, no. I'm not saying that Meta Knights is bad. Just or like, yeah. I understand that it was worse than that. But yeah, I remember that he was like a tier above everything. Yeah, I remember hearing about the Steve thing as being a problem too. I might just take both of these. As much as I want the extra spell damage. I think the gemstones are the way to go. You sound a lot more knowledgeable about Smash stuff than I do. I was just joking because it's one of those, like... I mean, like, not joking, but just... You know what I mean? Finding a funny comparison point. I just remember there was a lot of salt around Meta Knight. And my understanding was, like, appropriately. Why can we not... Why am I not allowed to cast? There's something that's hitting me. There's, like, some status effect or something. Are we getting silenced? Saying it's possible to beat him, but it was ultra rough is kind of a good reason to ban someone, to be fair. Because, like, that was for card games, one of the things is always, like... And it's got to be a little similar for, like, fighting game stuff. It's not just about the win percentage. It can also be about, like, how much something warps a meta. Right? Like, because if a meta becomes like, okay, well, it's Meta Knight, and then there's like these two characters that kind of counter Meta Knight's kit, so those are kind of the other ones that you can play. That's just a really unhealthy place to be. Twitch wanted to make sure that you knew. You had to be certain to send that you, Oh yeah, I remember the Serpent's Demise. You had to be certain that you, called Meta Knight a motherfucker. Very important, I get it. Ooh, okay. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, whoa boy. Got you. Okay, let's... More careful. I see. I am using up too many potions. I am also not doing as much damage here as I would like. Oh, I walked out of that. That was... Oh, no, I managed to stay in it. Okay. Okay. God, we're only like halfway through this thing, too. Okay, I am gonna concentrate on this for a minute. Oh boy. Oh, I fucking fat fingered the last potion there. That is not what I wanted. Oh, that's bad. Oh, come on. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Fuck. Fat fingering that last potion really got me. We were so close. If I had another potion, I'd have been okay. Ah. That fat finger got me so bad. Oof. Well, I feel like we got a lot of progress towards that, though. We were really close on that boss. Yeah, fat fingering that was pretty nasty. It was a tough one. Like I said, we actually got a ton of materials. Got a little bit of leveling. We had a really good run. Honestly, like, I don't think that we had the best items that run either. Like, that was not our best luck. So, that made it further than a lot of the other runs is a good sign. So, lots of positives on that run, honestly. Is there somewhere that I can... There we go, okay. Let's see if we can just do this and upgrade our town. Yeah, like, I don't know. I didn't feel that rough about that loss. Maybe I should have, but I feel good about that one in a lot of ways. Like, it... Because I feel like we wouldn't have made it much further. I would have definitely loved to have beaten that boss, no question. But at the same time, like, that run in general felt so good in that, like, I think that we did... I feel like I learned a lot. I feel like I learned that maybe I should take more Shadow Curse than I had been taking, because it was actually really strong. We didn't even get, like, good items to go with a lot of it, and it still ended up being really good. Like, that kind of thing. So I'm like, you know... I do think there's a lot of good things to look at there. I do kind of like building out the town, and I get what they're going for with it. But also sometimes I'm like, fuck, where is everybody? Like, where are all the upgrades again? It's a bit much. There's so many places to go. Alright, but with that being said, it's 12:30. This is our second stream of the night. I had a lot of fun. We're getting close on Heroes of Hammerwatch. I think we might be able to do it in these 2 attempts. Hey, Merc! Good to see you. Hopefully you have a good night. And I'll be back tomorrow. We do still have a poll ongoing in the Discord about what we're playing tomorrow, because we do votes on Fridays. So if you aren't in the Discord, it's free. You can just go and check that out. And if you are, remember to vote. Other than that, I'm going to host you over to somebody else. Don't go away. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for the resub to Sergeant Nispel. I appreciate all that. It means a hell of a lot. Let's see who's around. Yo, if we're looking at cool roguelikers, why don't we go check out Shake the Box? We don't go over to Shake the Box as often as I probably should. So let's check out Shake, doing some Rift Wizard 3. Big rogueliker, like we are. And I'll see you all tomorrow for something. We'll have to see.